Ants don't have lungs? How these tiny titans really breathe. Welcome to FactSpark, where we uncover the amazing secrets of the natural world. Alright, science explorers, get ready for a mind-blowing fact that might just make you gasp. But don't worry, ants won't. Because guess what? Ants don't have lungs. Yep, you heard that right. No tiny little ant lungs pumping away. So how do these miniature marvels, these incredible insects, actually breathe? How do they get the oxygen they need to build their empires, lift 50 times their body weight, and basically rule the tiny world beneath our feet? Stick around, because we're about to dive into one of nature's most ingenious and, frankly, weirdest respiratory systems. So, if not lungs, then what? Well, ants, just like all insects, have a totally different setup. Imagine tiny little doors or pores all along the sides of their bodies. These aren't just any holes, they're called spiracles. Think of them as the ant's personal air vents, and depending on the species, an ant can have anywhere from 9 to 10 pairs of these little openings, 1 pair per segment. Pretty neat, right? Now, once the air gets past these spiracles, it doesn't just float around. Each spiracle connects to an incredible internal network of tubes called tracheae. Picture a microscopic, super efficient highway system for air, branching out into progressively finer and finer tubes, reaching every single cell in the ant's body. This is where things get really wild because unlike us, ants don't use their blood to carry oxygen. Their blood, or hemolymph, handles nutrients, but oxygen? That's a direct delivery service. So how does the oxygen actually get from the tracheae into the cells? It's all thanks to a process called diffusion. Imagine you spray perfume in one corner of a room. Eventually the scent spreads everywhere, right? That's diffusion. Oxygen, being more concentrated outside the ant's body and in the tracheae, naturally moves from areas of high concentration to areas of lower concentration, directly into the ant's cells. Each tiny tracheal branch ends in a cul-de-sac with a moist end wall that touches directly against the membrane of a cell. It's a direct, no middleman delivery system. And while oxygen diffuses in, carbon dioxide, the waste product, diffuses out. It's a constant, silent dance of gas exchange happening automatically. This direct diffusion system is incredibly efficient for tiny creatures like ants. But here's the catch. It only works in small animals. Why? Because diffusion is slow. Once a body grows beyond a centimeter or 2, the tracheae become too long for oxygen to diffuse fast enough to reach all the cells. Imagine trying to breathe through a straw that's a mile long. Wouldn't work, right? This is why you don't see ants the size of dogs or even large beetles. Their respiratory system is a natural evolutionary constraint that limits their size. Larger insects, like some beetles or active flyers, actually have to pump air through their tracheae by flexing their abdomens to assist the airflow. But ant-sized insects? They can manage just fine without this active pumping. Now, here's another fascinating twist. A 2005 study from Berlin University actually found that many small insects, including ants, sometimes have to close their spiracles periodically so they don't get too much oxygen. Can you imagine having to actively prevent yourself from getting too much of something essential like oxygen? It highlights just how precisely regulated their system is. This regulation, along with different gas exchange patterns like the discontinuous gas exchange cycle, where they release CO2 in periodic bursts, helps them manage not just oxygen intake but also water loss. It's a delicate balance of metabolic needs and environmental conditions. So, the next time you see an ant scurrying across your path, remember, it's not breathing like you are. It's relying on a truly ingenious, direct, and incredibly efficient system of spiracles and tracheae. It's a perfect example of how evolution tailors biological functions to the specific size and needs of an organism. Nature truly is the ultimate engineer. Wasn't that fascinating? If you learned something new today, hit that like button. What other amazing animal facts blow your mind? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to FactSpark for more fun science deep dives. We've got a whole world of wonders to explore.